Now back to the European crisis and the emergency talks taking place in Brussels. It appears all efforts are being made to keep Greece in the euro, but European Union leaders are also preparing for the prospect that Athens may quit the single currency. James Shugg is a senior Westpac economist based in London, and I asked him if Greece was likely to stay in the euro.
Yes, but it's touch and go. I mean, we recently gave a probability of 30% that Greece would exit the euro in a very messy development, which would be hugely devastating for the Greek economy, we would imagine. Hyperinflation would be a possibility, anarchy in the streets. It's certainly a scenario that we'd like to see avoided, particularly also because of the likely contagion into other parts of Europe. If the euro is no longer irrevocably joined, then the real attention will go to countries like Spain and Italy, which also have serious budget problems.
That, therefore, is the worst-case scenario. But can Greece exit the euro in a more dignified way, in a more controlled fashion? I don't
think so, because there's very little upside for Greece outside of the euro, apart from a devalued currency. Once people know, they'll get an idea that they're going to be taken out of the euro, they'll run for the borders with bags of euro banknotes before you get new drachma stamped on them. The banking system would fail. The economy would go down with it. I mean, Greece would become a third world or even a failed state in that sort of scenario that we're talking about. So it really should be avoided at all costs, and I think it will be too.
But how can they avoid it? Just simply throwing yet more money at the problem?
No, not more money in the sense of more loans, because that's what they've done up until now. They've said to the Greeks, cut back really hard so that your economy goes backwards and we'll lend you more money, okay? That has been proven not to work. What has to happen is the European Central Bank needs to stand ready to buy maybe 2 trillion euros worth of bonds of countries like Spain and Italy to hold their yields down so that investors have the confidence that they can lend money to these governments without the risk that yields will jump sharply in the future, because when an electorate, say, votes out the government that put in place the austerity measures. Because what's happened in France and what's happened in Greece will happen elsewhere in Europe as well. So we need the ECB to do that, and we need Angela Merkel and her Germans to soften their insistence on austerity. They have to be more generous in terms of fiscal transfers into other parts of Europe.
James Shugg, lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Roz.